Guys, would you rather talk about having sex or have sex? Would you rather go on vacation or fucking talk about going on vacation? The answer to both of these obviously is we'd rather do the work. We'd rather have the sex, we'd rather go on vacation. We don't really need to talk about the act. We don't really need to talk about all the steps needed to get on vacation, all the steps needed to bust a nut. We don't need to talk about that. We'd rather do it. And rightfully so, I understand that. Have you ever been in a relationship? Maybe you're in a current relationship now, maybe it's a past relationship. You might even be the one watching this in the relationship doing this, who talks too much, who overshares, who over-communicates. Well, I'm here to tell you that in most situations, somebody who overshares, who over-communicates, who over-talks are actually ruining their own relationship. And they don't mean to do it. I'm not talking about the people who just talk all the time, who are just chatterbox. I'm talking about a specific type of communication where it's typically a woman, but it not always. In a relationship, anytime there is conflict, anytime there is something the partner is not doing that's causing friction for the other partner, you get that phrase, we need to talk. And basically what that means is you need to listen to what I have to say. I have a problem. I don't like when you do X, Y, or Z. I need you to change this behavior so that I am happier in this relationship. And I understand if that is maybe you are drinking a little bit too much and she's like, I really need to talk to you about your drinking. Or maybe you're entertaining drugs or you're going down a bad path. Understand that your girlfriend or your partner loves you and they want to have a conversation about that. But when they're talking about, I need to talk to you about you don't fold your socks the right way, or you are not scraping your plate before you put it in the dishwasher. The nagging bitches, the ones who have to talk and have a conversation and dictate your life through communication about everything that you're doing wrong. This is the type of communication that ruins relationships when they're otherwise fairly healthy relationships. See, a lot of the times you have a man who comes into a relationship with a woman. Great, perfect, boom, I understand that, Jared. It's two different people. And a lot of the times the women are trying to mold, trying to change, trying to alter that person into complying what she wants. And they use it through communication. They use it through talking. They use it through using words like, you don't do this anymore. I need you to step up. I feel like you're not listening. I feel like you're not contributing. When all the while, what you're actually doing to this man is pushing him further and further away. He's not listening to you because you're always fucking complaining. You're always talking. You're always oversharing all the little things that he does or does not do. If you love your man, if you want to be in a relationship with him, you have to learn to fight some battles, leave other battles alone. You can't completely change your man. And let's just say you can. Let's say he fell into that death by 1,000 concessions, and 2 or 3 years later, he's now the perfect husband. You're gonna find him boring. But you're also still going to find things to bitch about in him because that's your nature. If women who do this, that's their nature. They just bitch. They just complain. That's what they do. They're happy when they bitch. The problem with that is, men, if you over comply just to shut her up and you don't have a frame and you don't have a backbone and say, listen, I'm folding my socks this way. If you don't like it, then fold them the way you like, but I'm not gonna do it. Listen, I'll scrape the plate the best I can, but I ain't got time for this shit. I've been working all day and I'm not worried about the damn plate being scraped perfectly the way Princess wants the fucking plate to be scraped. Maybe you don't make the bed the exact same way she wants. Who cares? Women, you have to stop fighting every single battle just to get your own way. This is what causes dysfunction in your relationship, and this is what causes the man to retreat. Because we do want to be perceived as perfect in your eyes, or as perfect as possible. We want to do the best in the relationship, but when every little thing that we do, you feel like you have to communicate and say, that's not the way we do it here, that's not the way it should be, we feel like we're never good enough, and we're like, well, what the fuck? Like, I've done it this way for years and I'm still alive, I'm still happy, I'm still healthy, I'm still making money. So the way I've been doing it kind of works too. It doesn't work the way she wants it. Women, you gotta understand, you're ruining most of these relationships with these guys yourself. Again, I'm not talking about the dramatic, big picture things like over drinking, drugs, womanizing, crap like that. I'm talking about the little day-to-day nuances that create different ways of doing things, but the end result is they both get done. They might not get done exactly the way you want them, but they're still done. And so the more you complain, the more you bitch, the more you sit him down for these let's talk sessions, the less he's going to listen, the more withdrawn he's going to get, and really the more resentful he's going to be of you in the relationship. Eventually that relationship is going to die. He's going to get sick and tired of your shit, and he's just gonna leave. That's exactly what's gonna happen. I don't want that to happen because I know most of the women out there who do this, they mean well. They're good women, they do mean well. They just want things done a specific way. And they're not willing, or maybe they don't understand, that perhaps his way is okay. I maybe just shouldn't fight this battle. He's still doing it. So you should give him praise for still doing it, just doing it his way, doing the dishes. Maybe he's cleaning a little bit different than you would like him to clean. Maybe it's not 100% clean in your eyes, but he did it. I don't want you guys to ruin relationships where these men become resentful, they start rolling their eyes every time you speak. You're like, oh fuck, what did I do now? Why can't I ever make her happy? This is how men are starting to feel in these relationships, and it manifests itself always in this need to vocalize everything that's wrong. We never vocalize anything that's gone right. We always go to the negative. And this isn't just women, men as well. We are more apt to see the negative in situations than ever the positive. But what if we started a conversation with positive affirmation? What if we started a conversation with our men that says, honey, I love that you help out around the house, even when you're never asked. You participate in the household duties. I know you work all day, I work all day. We both contribute. I love that fact. Bam, positive information. All I'm asking, can you scrape the dishes a little bit better before you go in the dishwasher because they don't come out clean? It gives him some positive affirmation that he's doing the right thing by contributing, and then you're creating an ask of him. Can you do this? You would probably get a better response from your boyfriend, from your husband, starting positive and then creating an ask and then giving him a reason why it works better. Also understand, if he says, no, I'm going to do it this way, then don't fight him on it. He's still doing it. So what? You have a few dishes that maybe need to be redone. Oh well, is that really going to ruin a relationship that he didn't scrape the lasagna pan 100%, so now I gotta rewash it. Is that really going to be what you wanna bitch about to this man in your relationship? Seems pretty petty, doesn't it? But a lot of conversations when I do group coaching between a man and a woman, not divorce, they're just having problems with communication. They don't have a problem in communication. She is over communicating needless behavior that he's doing that she just doesn't like. It's not bad behavior, it's just behavior she doesn't like. And I see it, women, a lot more between that dynamic between a woman and a man than a man coming to me saying she doesn't do these things the way I like her to do them. It's usually the woman creating all of this extra stress, all this extra drama for no reason when the relationship is pretty healthy, it's pretty happy, they get along for the most part, but he folds and he retreats when these words, honey, we need to talk, or can we do it this way? There's no reason to over communicate that way to any man. You're both grown adults. When somebody over communicates in a relationship, there's always this power dynamic. They have what's perceived in the relationship leads to resentment from the other person. So I'll use my girlfriend. She talks a lot, but that's her personality. She doesn't bitch at me, she just talks and fucking talks. But that's just her personality. Sometimes, at the end of the day, when she wants to communicate how her day went, I'm really tired. I really don't really care about what she made for dinner. I don't care that her kid got 100 on some test. It's not that I don't care, it's just like, okay, cool. Want to go to bed now. Good night. Stop fucking talking. And she can kind of feel that I'm fading. She can kind of feel it. And I don't mean to, it's just most people's lives are pretty fucking boring. They're pretty monotonous, and there's nothing really new to add into the conversation on that particular given day. This is where men come in. This is where we kind of perfected communication. Quick, to the point, nothing new, love you, bye. Women gotta add in all these filler words. They gotta like and feel and this and that and da da da, and they gotta take basically what they could communicate in 3 words into 500. It just is what it is. You kind of have to go along for the ride. But in this power imbalance really comes out when you over bitch, you over communicate to your boyfriend, especially on things that really just don't matter. On different ways he does chores, on different things that he does that at the end of the day, they're still done correctly in his eyes, they're just not done correctly in your eyes. And you need to learn to pick your battles, because if you don't and you cannot, and you feel like you need to win every single battle, you might win those battles, you will lose the war. And the full war is he will walk the fuck out, he'll get tired of your mouth, and he'll just walk away. I've seen it happen a lot. I've done this all in my own personal experience with women I've dated that just chirp, and they feel like they gotta be right, and they use insults, shame, and guilt only to kind of control the situation so that they get their way. And eventually, men get enough resentment towards that where we just leave the situation because it's just not worth it. I don't want that to happen in your relationship. I do believe most women are really good women. Most men are pretty good guys. They're trying their best. It's just 2 different styles, and you need to learn to pick your battles. With that, my name is Jared Schoonmaker. This is Magnetic Men's Club. Down below, we have it's a community that we built that we keep adding to every day. Different ideas, different thoughts. We have different speed courses that we drop in, usually once a month, and it's totally free for the men. There's a brand new confidence and charisma course in there, and of course, if you're looking for a little bit more coaching around different ideas that you're feeling stuck in, you can book a free consultation with me where we can go over some of those beliefs, see if we're a good fit together, and if we are, then we can go and take it that next step. But I want you to join that free community. I also want you to hit that bell icon so you know when new videos are being dropped. Please subscribe to the channel. A ton of people that watch the content and thank you, but just, hit boom, subscribe real quick. You might even burn a calorie or two doing it, get a little bit of exercise, you feel good, almost feels like you're high-fiving me on that subscribe. Well, with that, have an amazing day and we'll talk soon. Thanks.